Most employees don't lose workplace disputes because they are wrong. They lose because the system is designed to move faster than they can learn it. Deadlines appear suddenly. Documents are presented at the last minute. Offers expire within hours. And the employee sitting across that table, injured, overwhelmed, financially desperate, is expected to make a permanent legal decision before they even understand what they are signing. For decades, the workplace system relied on that. Hi, I'm Imani, your AI career coach. Welcome to Workplace Intelligence Trademark, where employees become informed, prepared, and powerful, equipped with the tools, knowledge, and workplace education they were never taught. Not in school, not at work, not before we needed it most. This is not legal advice. This is something more powerful than that. This is education, and it's personal, because something important is happening right now in the workplace. Artificial intelligence is compressing the time required to research, and when time compresses, gatekeeping shifts. Today, we are discussing something the workplace system has relied on for decades. Not policy, not law, not even strategy. The deliberate use of time as leverage against the very employees who keep organizations running. Let me explain what that actually looks like. When an employee is injured at work, or terminated unexpectedly, or sitting across a table from professionals who have been preparing for that moment for months, the clock is already ticking. Tick-tock, filing deadlines, tick-tock, response windows, tick-tock, settlement offer expirations, tick-tock, mediation timelines, tick-tock, statute of limitations. Every one of those clocks was designed by people who understand the system completely and introduced to employees who have never encountered it before. That gap between what the system knows and what the employee knows, that gap is not accidental. Gatekeeping in the workplace is not always a person standing at a door refusing to let you in. Sometimes, gatekeeping is a process so complex, so overwhelming, and so deliberately time compressed that by the time the employee figures out what is happening, the deadline has passed, the document has been signed, the rights have been waived, and the system has already moved on to the next file. Think about what happens in a typical workers' compensation case. An employee is injured. They are in pain. They are scared. They are financially desperate. So they hire an attorney because the system told them they needed one. Then they wait and wait and wait. And one day, often without preparation, without fully understanding what they are walking into, they are placed in a mediation room across from insurance adjusters, defense attorneys, risk managers, people who do this every single day. And in that room, under time pressure, under financial pressure, under emotional pressure, they are handed a number and told this offer expires today. That is not negotiation. That is manufactured urgency, designed to compress the time an employee has to think, research, question, and respond strategically. Because the system understands something most employees do not. Time is leverage. The longer an employee has to research, the more dangerous they become to the people on the other side of that table. So the system compresses time. Deadlines appear suddenly. Offers expire within hours. Documents are presented at the last minute. And the employee, overwhelmed and under pressure, signs. Not because they wanted to, but because they ran out of time to understand what they were signing. Now let me tell you what changes when time is no longer the enemy. In 2014, before artificial intelligence existed as a research tool, someone navigating a complex civil legal proceeding alone spent an entire month researching, hours searching government websites for statutes, days reading case law line by line, weeks building enough confidence to walk into that room and deliver an opening statement that the room could not argue with. The emotional toll of navigating the legal system alone, without resources, without support, without a guide, is something only those who have experienced it truly understand. She won, but the gate was still there. She climbed over it, one exhausting inch at a time. Now, fast forward to 2026. The same intelligence, the same determination, the same refusal to be intimidated. But this time, one evening of research instead of 1 month. Calm, prepared, in control. What changed? Not the law, not the system, not employer tactics, not the gatekeeping. The time it takes to know your rights. AI compressed the time. And when time compresses, gatekeeping shifts. AI does not replace an attorney. AI does not replace an advocate. AI does not replace human judgment or professional experience. But AI does something no tool has ever done for employees before. It gives you access to the same quality of research at the same speed that professionals have always had. The gap between what they knew and what you knew was the gate. AI closes that gap. Not completely, not perfectly, but enough. Enough to calculate your case value before mediation. Enough to identify the statutes that apply to your situation. Enough to recognize when a deadline is real and when it is manufactured. Enough to understand what a global release actually costs you before you sign it. Enough to walk into a room they did not expect you to be prepared for. Now, here are 3 ways you can start using AI immediately. Number 1, research before you hire anyone. Number 2, verify everything you are told. Number 3, document everything in real time. Because documentation is the language the legal system understands. And AI can help you speak it fluently. Download the free AI prompt guide for legal research in the description below. 20 prompts, 7 sections. Copy, paste, research. New Know Your Rights episodes drop every Tuesday. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Then head over to Playlist 2, Case File 1, The Assault They Called Horseplay, to see exactly how AI compressed research time in a real case. The rules exist. The system exists. And once you learn the rules of the games being played in the workplace, you stop playing defense. You start winning.